that's like his weak point to himself. And he's like the president's walking into like really singing like a dropout singer.
I want to ask him about that real quick. So we were talking a bit about the hermit hut.
Yeah, are we
earlier.
gonna go there tomorrow? You still in for that?
Dude, if it's nice and everything, I would love to.
Man, if it's like this at all, fuck me.
But little subjects
place.
on this. Okay, so trying to figure out this location and
cold in
everything.
the rain, man. This is something. Can you believe it's outside right now?
Yeah.
I didn't think we were gonna get more of this.
I didn't think so either.
Bro, where is it that we walk in from usually?
Like the bridge on the Stony Creek, like by the paint cliffs.
Yeah.
By the fucking paint cliffs. It's the same fucking guy. Tell him about this.
Did he sharpen things for health?
No, I have no idea.
It would make sense from like
He's some dude that rode his bike. He had a big flag on the back of his bike. He'd ride a Marcus basket.
It's the same fucking guy.
Yeah.
It is the same guy. So
That's the guy.
yeah, Dan, tell him a bit about like how you know that. Like that's surreal. Like, didn't you say you just
like down over
You're
from
from Paint, yeah. So everyone in that area knows.
I know, it's just so surreal to
That's
me.
how he got his money though. He did that sharpen like
So he I always wondered how he went down there. Like I was like, does he have a loving family where like he was like his parents died and he got a bunch of money or something? Because he spends money. He goes to the grocery store.
Yeah.
Like he lives off the grid in a little fucking shack. But, oh yeah.
And I thought,
That guy. Did you ever go to his little shed?
I've never been to it. Yeah. But like there's a bunch of local people who live they get some sharpening fun stuff.
after he was going somewhere, he like stopped working.
Oh, I'm totally going to.
Western Pennsylvania is a beautiful place, full of more untouched woods than the majority of this country. Off in a far-off murky corner of the area lies Johnstown, PA, a town known best for flooding, poverty, and continually making magazine lists for being one of the most depressing and drug-addled towns in this country. Growing up here, there were very few options for what to do on a Saturday. If you were the type who enjoyed sports, you could play a school sport. Opportunities to take part in school programs became more available as I grew older, but the allure of the town was always waning. In my mid-teens, I discovered a counterculture music scene put together by teens in my town. This place became my home away from home. I found just as much solace there as I had ever found in the woods. I found friendship, camaraderie, and a drive to escape this town and discover other like-minded and interesting individuals in this world. Prior to discovering the music scene, I had two friends. I did not foresee myself discovering my own social circle, or becoming popular within it, or eventually being responsible for setting future social circles for younger teens in place through Johnstown's counterculture music scene. I often thought to myself that if I had not found that group, and that specific camaraderie, I likely would have left this town on my own and never learned the values of social life and friendship. Who knows? I may have just worked on survival skills, found a nice spot in the middle of some monumentally large, overgrown forest, completely away from the constant redneck banter and right-wing South will rise again rhetoric that this town so strangely houses. Rod is a friend of mine from way back. He was one of my earliest friends from the Johnstown music scene and continues to be one of my closest. One of the biggest reasons for that, we both love trailblazing. Whereas we both enjoy taking a walk on a clean and readily cleared trail, we both would prefer to go deep into the woods, where things grow that you couldn't see on a well-traveled path. We both love the feeling of discovering something new and exciting, and spend a lot of our free time showing each other places that we've discovered throughout the region. One day this past summer, we ended up walking a path along a set of tracks near Paint Township. I had been to this area several times before in my youth. Many of my friends would go cliff diving off the side of cliffs with a fairly safe spot to dive into the water. Also, there was a waterfall where friends would go swimming in the summertime when there was nothing to do. The entire area was something of a playground really, something of a paradise. The first time that Rod guided me to the hermit's hut, I was shocked to find it there, and instantly curious to learn everything that I could about him. Rod told me that he had died within the last couple of years, and that he was well known within Johnstown. He was often seen riding a bicycle with a basket on the back, where he would put groceries. There was a grocery store within a few miles of his house, but he preferred a store much further away. He would ride his bike approximately 12 miles in either direction anytime he chose to go to the store. Aside from coming into town to buy groceries, he was rarely seen, and spent the majority of his time alone, in his cabin, in the deep woods, and far off from any civilization. I was fascinated to learn after some time that another of my close friends from my teenage years had grown up in a house, but he was actually this man's closest neighbor. I learned that for money, the hermit would sharpen tools for neighbors, and that he was fairly well known in paint, although people typically did not approach him without having a purpose to do so. I am so very thankful for my friends and for the people that surround me, and that I choose to live a life amongst the others. And it's crazy to realize that some people don't realize just how wonderful everything can be.